All right, hello. I'm here. I know I'm late, but it's starting, so we're gonna get right into it.
Nominations announcement. On
Okay.
behalf of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, I want to welcome you and extend our deepest sympathies to everyone impacted by the fires here in Southern California.
This has certainly been a difficult time for Los Angeles, where many members of our film community industry work and live. But the last several weeks have proven what we already know to be true. Our film industry and Los Angeles are resilient. And for almost a century, the Oscars have brought us together to unite and celebrate our global film community.
During this year's ceremony, we will honor the talented filmmaker.
Hello, sorry. I like woke up at 8 and then I like fell back asleep and I was like, fuck, it's 8:28. I gotta get up.
Of Los Angeles and the film industry.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Little silly to have Bowen Yang there, I will say. Love Wicked, but like we know what's gonna happen. Great to see Rachel Sennett. Like just the turnout she's had is incredible. Okay. We're probably gonna do supporting first. I'm very much not, but that's great, Rachel.
You get to have one.
Hmm.
Extensive presentation for all the names today. Let me try now.
Oh my god.
Amazing, Bowen. That was really good. Well, let's not keep people waiting any longer. Let's go.
Are we ready for the nominee?
All right. Here we go. Oh, supporting role. Okay, actor. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. He got it. I mean, obviously, front runner. Okay. 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 So nothing really crazy there. Kind of what we expected. Oh. Okay. So they know how much we're banking on that supporting actress category. Oh, Gladiator too. Oh. Okay, nice. Happy to see Nosferatu in there. That's really cool. I was hoping they would rack up some of the tech stuff, so. Makeup and hairstyling, okay. All right. Oh my god. Okay. So, well, obviously, it had to be the fucking substance. Are you kidding me? Why would the substance had to be in there? There's no question about that. Original score. Well, I would fucking hope so. Okay. Ugh. Oh, Wicked got it. Oh, Wild Robot. Okay. Great to see.
Live action short film.
As usual, I don't know anything about these, but congrats to them. I don't know what that is.
I'm not a robot.
I'm glad. Okay. Okay.
Would not remain silent.
Oh, hey, that's me. I don't know how to remain silent, so probably about me. Okay, short film.
Magic Candies.
Really wish I had more to say about these, but I just don't. Oh, I did not know that was a Charlie XCX thing, but that's cool.
First of the two award categories honoring first for adapted screenplay. The nominees are A Complete Unknown, screenplay by James Mangold and Jay Cox.
Right.
Played, screenplay by Peter Strawn. Emilia Perez, screenplay by Jacques.
Oh my god!
Leah Dessous and Nicolas Levesque.
Oh, shit! Okay, Nickel Boys, get in! Gets in! Yes, yes, yes! Good, good. Okay.
Screenplay by Clint Bentley, Greg Queter, story by Clint.
Damn. Okay, Sing Sing out of okay. That's a good. Aside from Millie Perez, that's a good 5. That's a good 5. Damn, no Wicked. Okay. Honora, yes. Brutalist. Oh, wow. Okay, so September 5 gets in there. What is snubbed? What is snubbed? Let me think about that. What is snubbed right now? Oh, fuck. Okay. The big one. The big one here. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Barbaro gets in. Okay. Grande. Oh, okay. Felicity Jones gets in. Okay. Damn. Jamie Lee Curtis dead. Jamie Lee Curtis is not there. No Jamie Lee Curtis. No Daniel Deadweiler. No Anjanou Ellis Taylor. All right, I love. Okay, so I can actually speak now because they're about to go to the break. So nothing too out of the ordinary so far. There's nothing where I'm like, oh, that's insane. I didn't expect that. I mean, the one thing I will say is, September 5 getting that nomination for original screenplay is pretty crazy, to say the least. Really does seem like September 5 could swoop in there. If you had a prediction that September 5 was going to have some kind of a surge and was going to end up in there, oh my God, Violet, hello. But if you had a prediction that September 5 was going to like swoop in there, I feel like that's the way you do it and things like that. Look, I'm not happy about the Amelia Perez nomination so far. The score one, the adapted screenplay one. Why do we need to have it in fucking like costume design and things like that too? I don't really think that had to be there. I'm very happy about Wild Robot as well. Happy to see that get in for adapted screenplay. I know a lot of people have been saying that not adapted screenplay, original score. I know a lot of people have been saying they were hoping that they could find a way to get that one in there without it, and find a way to have it in there beyond just animated features. So I'm happy to see that was the case. Supporting actor, Clarence Macklin misses, unfortunately. Now, I kind of expected it. He has not been getting in where he needed to. So I wasn't surprised that if someone wasn't going to get in, it was going to be him. But Jeremy Strong's really picked up momentum, which is not too shocking to see, especially with just how The Apprentice has kind of taken off in a way that people didn't expect it to. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, you got Edward Norton in there. And I think that's a really interesting category. So I'm going to be interested to see how that all does play out. Now, we got to talk about the supporting actress category because that's been the one that has been the hardest to predict. It's been just such an absolute clusterfuck of a category. And I love how after all these crazy outcomes, everyone expecting them to do something insane, they do the expected thing. They don't put Jamie Lee Curtis in there. They throw in Monica Barbaro and don't put in, they throw in Barbaro. They put in the 4 others that we expect them to. No Margaret Qualley, which sucks. I was really hoping that would she would still find a way to get in there. But, very happy for Grande. Felicity Jones, phenomenal in The Brutalist. I know I haven't reviewed it yet, but I really love her work in that film. And then, Zeldanya, look, as much as I shit on Amelia Perez, she does give a really great performance in that film. So, yeah, exactly, Josh. That's where I'm at, too. It's like anything but Amelia Perez at this point. That's how I'm going to be. Anytime Amelia Perez can be nominated, you're just going to hear her groan for me, unless it is Zoe Saldana and Carlos Sevilla Gascon, because nobody can deny their work in that movie. But Selena Gomez does not get in. So the Amelia Perez surge is not as strong as we think. At least I'm hoping not, because I don't want to see it get in fucking everywhere. It's not a good enough movie to deserve that kind of thing. But anyway, oh my God, I think we're about to come back. It's just a black screen right now, but I'm imagining in a second they're going to come back. They said 8:41, So we'll have to see what happens. But look, here's the thing. I say this every year. Like right now, things are semi-normal, nothing really crazy going on. Anything could end up happening with these next few nominations. There's literally so many directions that this could go. But anyway, let's see. Bowen and Rachel doing a great job, by the way. Really liking them.
Really special to be Rachel. Alt comedy scene.
Yeah, we go way back. For those of you who don't know, the alt comedy is sort of like regular comedy, but for women and me. And I just want to say, it makes much sense that Bowen and I are like doing this now at this moment in our careers. You know, Bowen is such a huge star at SNL. He's in Hit Movie Wicked.
And Rachel is Fatima.
Thanks so much. Let's keep going. So anyways, the nominees for Achievement in Music, Original Song are
Okay.
Emma from Amelia Prince,
Yeah, I mean,
The Journey from the 6 AAA,
yeah, you can't deny Diane Warren.
Sing Sing,
Oh, Like a Bird gets in there. Wow.
Too Late from Elton John.
Kiss the Sky. Wow. Kiss the Sky misses. Fuck. Okay. I guess we should have taken that Sing Sing song more seriously. That's shocking. That's like the first really big, like. Okay. Well, yes, I would hope so. That's the front runner. Porcelain War. I have not heard that one. Okay. No Superman. No Superman. But you know, No Other Land gets in there. That's the front runner. Doesn't seem like doing anything crazy with that. Again, nothing to say about these. Absolutely nothing to say about these. But congrats to them. Though they always have some funny titles. I will agree, Rachel. International feature film. Okay.
I'm still here. Brazil.
Yep.
Girl with the
Girl with a Needle. Okay. Gets in there. Amelia Perez, unfortunately. See the Sacred Fate. Oh no. India is so fucking stupid for not submitting All We Imagine Is Light. That would have easily gotten in here. But cool to see Flo in there. All right. Please no Moana 2. Please no Moana 2. Yep. All right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's great. That's the 5 I was hoping for. No complaints. No complaints.
Achievement in production design.
Yeah, production design.
The Brutalist.
Brutalist. Okay. Yep.
Dune 2.
Oh, thank God. Dune gets something. I was really worried Dune was just going to get Best Picture, and that was it. But great to see Dune get in where it deserves to get in. The Brutalist. Yes, please. Ugh. We don't need to be nominating Amelia Perez for fucking everything, but whatever.
Achievement is found. Here are the nominees. A Complete Unknown. Dune Part 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
The Wild River.
No substance. Where's the substance? Come on.
In visual effects. Alien Romulus.
Okay, Romulus gets in there. Better man, yes. Please. Yeah, okay, yes, Dune.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Wow. All right, no Deadpool Wolverine. They went with the 5 that I think they should have gone with there.
For achievement in cinematography, the nominees are The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Dune Part 2. Millie Perez. Yeah, I know. You're gonna put it everywhere you can. Oh, Maria. The Maria one is shocking because like that movie's like been dead, but good to see. Oh, here we go. Okay, this one should be pretty straightforward, I think. Timothy Chalamet, Daniel Craig. Oh my God, they're snubbing Daniel Craig. Okay, Sebastian Stan. Oh wow, okay. Wow, it actually happened. Bo's Apprentice performances gets in there. Look, I mean, I was expecting Craig to be the one to be not nominated there. So if they had to snub somebody. Cynthia Erivo, okay. Here we go. Okay, that one. Yes, okay, these are the 3 we expect. Okay, then you have Demi Moore, yeah. Fernanda Torres, all right. Really picking up steam after her Golden Globe win. Rip Mary and Jean Baptiste, though, unfortunately. Yep.
James Mangold, a complete unknown.
Kind of a boring pick, but sure. Really bums me out Denis Villeneuve's not in there, but I'm happy with the majority of these. All right, Best Picture. I really do think they could get September 5 swooped in here, but we'll see. This could be straightforward, but it also could not be. Okay. Nora, yep. Brutalist. Conclave. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not going in the right order here. Conclave. Uh-huh. Thank God. It's been rough, but they found a way to get in there. Yeah, whatever. Oh shit! I'm Still Here gets in. Oh. Okay, Nickel Boys. Everyone doubted it, but it's in there. All right, Substance. Wow. Damn, I'm Still Here gets in. That's crazy.
We are rooting for you all in equal amounts.
Yes.
Wow.
Watch the Oscars live.
So what missed? Oh, yeah, no Real Pain, no Sing Sing. All right. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised that Sing Sing didn't get in there. A24 has not done the greatest job campaigning that film, like, at all. But I guess oh my God, my TV's going crazy. Anyway, give it a second. It does this sometimes. I don't even know if you can hear it. All right. Anyway, yeah, so let's talk about some of this because there's definitely some things to discuss here. I think the big thing I want to talk about is just how crazy it is that I'm Still Here got in the Best Picture. I don't think that was anywhere. I don't think there was a single person that thought that I'm Still Here was actually going to get in. Like, I even looked at, all the precursors, things like that. I mean, I think if anybody expected an upset, it was going to be September 5. I think everybody expected that, like, that film was going to swoop in here somehow. Nobody was anticipating I'm Still Here. And this is what I'm thinking. I do believe that if India had done their due diligence and, submitted All We Imagine Is Light, we would have seen that film in a lot of different categories. But because they didn't put it anywhere. And I'm Still Here gets in. It's great to see some international love. I'm happy to see that more than just Emilia Perez gets some nominations there. But that's insane. I mean, I guess I guess it makes sense. They nominate Fernanda Torres. I think they just saw it as like, all right, that's enough to nominate the movie if they love the movie as much as they did. But wow, again, that was not anywhere on my radar in terms of like a possible nomination. So, I mean, great for them, but pretty shocking. I also think it's interesting how so many people were certain that Nickel Boys was going to be one of the films to get snubbed, and it almost assuredly gets in and also gets the screenplay nomination that a lot of people were doubting, which I think is really great to see. Unfortunately, no Ramel Ross in directing, which is very disappointing. I think you could easily sub out Mangold for Ramel Ross. And look, I like Complete Unknown a lot, but there's really nothing that extraordinary about James Mangold's directing in that movie. Whereas Ramel Ross's directing is like truly one of a kind. It's not like anything you've seen before. And I feel like that's something that they should have gone a little bit crazy. Like, I feel like the Academy should have definitely gone a little bit more, crazier for that, considering that they literally just nominated it for Best Picture and also Best Adapted Screenplay. But, great to see that get in there. Nosferatu also picking up some nominations, which I think is really great to see. I'm very happy to see that Nosferatu did get some technical stuff. I think that's really awesome, and I'm happy to see it get in there. I do want to talk about Best Actor for a second, because this was the one category that I was like, okay, I'm pretty certain how this is going to go. There's 5 slots. And then, Sebastian Stan wins in Golden Globes. And, when that happened, I always kind of had it in the back of my mind that perhaps, maybe something is going to happen that causes Sebastian Stan to get in there. And, I think rightfully so. Like, he gave 2 really great performances. I think it is definitely deserved. I just thought that it seemed pretty locked that the 5 was going to be Brody, Chalamet, Fiennes, Domingo, and Craig. But I really do think Stan is helped by a couple things. One, his Golden Globe win, but also I think people really listened to him talking about how it did not make sense to shut out The Apprentice and, how much he cared about making that film. I think everyone really enjoys Florence there. I think they saw it as like, if we're nominating Strong, we got to nominate Stan. So, really happy for him. I think it's really great to see him get in there. Oh, absolutely. I'm Still Here getting in is not something I think anybody was expecting. I think that one is very unprecedented. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say whether or not it's like a good nomination, but I think it's really cool to see that get in here. I said it before. Supporting actors being a lot more of a straightforward category than we expect. I think that alone might end up being one of the most shocking things about these nominations is that, everyone was expecting like a Jamie Lee Curtis to get in there, and instead they sub out, they actually do something that was somewhat logical. They just put in Barbaro instead of because we have Zaldana, we have Grande, we have Rossellini, we have Jones. They just put in Barbaro, and it's a pretty straightforward 5, which I'm fine with. I think that's a really strong 5 for sure. I think that Barbaro did a really good job. Yeah, like I said, I'm not too surprised if it came down to who they were going to snub. I'm not surprised that it was Daniel Craig, just because of the fact that, unfortunately, Queer has not really been doing that well and like momentum-wise. So, speaking of Luke Guadagnino, Challenger's not getting score is kind of a crime. I'm pretty upset that definitely did not get in there. I thought that they were really starting to pick something up, and it really did seem like maybe they had a chance of swooping in there. But Wild Robot getting in there, I think is really cool. Wicked getting the nomination for Best Score, I'm okay with that. I think John Powell did a really good job with the score for that movie. I always go back to like the scene where we're first meeting Glinda at Shiz. The score that plays during that, I think is really great. It gives me like a very like old epic sort of feel. So I really don't have a problem with that getting in there. I just hate that, unfortunately, Challengers had to miss out, because I think that was absolutely like should have been like one of the surefire nominations for that category. So that's definitely a little bit disappointing. Best Song, also got to talk about that one. I think that this one really kind of threw me for a loop. I think a lot of us expected Kiss the Sky to be in there. It does not get in there. Instead, we have Like a Bird from Sing Sing kind of out of nowhere, which that one is even more unjustified now, considering that Sing Sing didn't even get the nomination. You would think for sure that as a result of that, Sing Sing doesn't get the best original song. But it gets in there, as well as that one ends up getting in there, and also the Elton John song "Never Too Late" that gets in there as well. So interesting category. I can understand at this point why they are not having them perform live. There isn't really that one song in there that like everybody knows, everyone's excited to see them perform it. It's kind of a weird year when it comes to original songs. So I feel like if there's one year where you are not going to have the best original songs nominations perform, I think this year is a fine year. I just hope it does not become a tradition of sorts, because I do enjoy getting to see them. I don't think it drags things out unless it's like a really boring song. Like, for example, when they had like When a Cowboy Trades His Spurs for Wings from like Ballad of Buster Scruggs, when they had that perform, that one was kind of boring. There's like some other ones they've done that are not the most interesting. So, if they had to not have that in a year, I think it's okay they didn't have for this one. Nomination, I think, shouldn't have gotten nominated. I mean, look, most of the Emilio Perez ones I think are completely unjustified. Screenplay is horrendously bad in that movie. Zoe Saldana, I'm fine with. Carlos Javier Gascon, I'm fine with. But everything else, all the like above the line stuff, I just will never understand. I will never understand the absolute like love for that movie in terms of those categories. So I think it's just very undeserving there. I didn't mention this, but best visual effects, Gladiator 2 ends up missing that one. We have Doom Part 2, King of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked, Better Man, and some other film that's escaping me that I can't think of. Oh, Alien Romulus got in there, not Gladiator 2. Not the most shocking, I will say, for that one, just because the fact that Gladiator 2 has really just not been taken off at all. There's nothing about, Gladiator 2 kind of came out and it just kind of came and went, and it really has not been picking up any kind of momentum. So, yeah, not too surprised with how that ended up going. It definitely not as shocking here. Yes, Better Man was always going to get in for visual effects. I'm not surprised about that at all, and it's very well deserved. I think the visual effects for that movie are really well done. I mean, the way he looks is just so seamless, and I think it works really well with that movie. But there's a lot of like really big, extravagant set pieces as well that really do make that film stick out as much as it does. I really wish Better Man would have taken off more, but unfortunately, it just has not been as big of a film as I think they were hoping that it would be. Obviously, they can't nominate the song either because of them getting sued. So, I mean, it's been through quite the wild ride when it comes to Better Man, but very happy to see you get in for visual effects. Biggest snub. I mean, I think personally, Ramel Ross not getting nominated for Best Director is very disappointing. I think that is absolutely the kind of movie that should have taken off more. And I'm disappointed to see it didn't really end up getting the stuff that it needed to get. So, I think it's great to see it got the Best Picture nomination. I'm very happy that it did get the screenplay nomination, but it absolutely should have gotten into Best Director as well. Ramel Ross, just some of the best directing of this year. There's no reason it should not have gotten nominated. So that one's a little bit surprising to me. In terms of that, though, also I think Sing Sing not getting the nomination for Best Picture. Look, I haven't seen I'm Still Here yet, but the fact that ended up getting snubbed, I think is very disappointing. And I really do chalk that up to A24 failing to really promote that movie. I mean, they focus so much on The Brutalist, and I don't blame them. The Brutalist is a fantastic movie, but you know what else is fantastic? Sing Sing. And I think Sing Sing, it's a movie you watch, you're like, this is like a film that is going to sweep the Oscars. I remember, before it wasn't really getting promoted much, everyone thought it was going to be like the big front runner. Turns out it's not. And that kind of gets in there. Let me look at some more of my predictions and see if there's something else that like I'm not thinking about. Because listen, like I said, I woke up like just a little bit ago. So there might be some things like I'm a little bit, more surprised about than I am. Oh, Daughters misses for Best Documentary Feature. That was a little bit surprising. I thought the Daughters had a chance of getting in. No Will and Harper either, which definitely disappointing. Really enjoy that one. But Porcelain Moore getting in there. Like I said, I have not heard anything about this movie, but yeah, it does get nominated. You know, we see that Daughters ends up getting snubbed, as well as you know, Will and Harper for, you know, the ones that they did. So that one was a little bit surprising to me. Let's see. Score. Again, no challengers in score. I am definitely a bit disappointed by. I would have loved to see challengers get in there, but Wild Robot getting in, I think, is still really cool. So I think I pretty much covered that one. I don't think there's anything there to really talk about that I didn't before. Let's see. I mean, look, I've talked about the fact that Denis Villeneuve not getting in and not really getting any sort of nominations for Dune Part 2, aside from like the technical stuff, is a crime. It really is a crime. I think, especially for Dune Part 2. I mean, that you watch that movie and it just feels like this is the movie that this guy was like always supposed to make in his career, and he's finally able to do it. And the fact that he doesn't get a nomination for that, I think, is pretty disappointing. You can easily take out Jacques Audiard and you can easily put in Denis Villeneuve, and I think you could easily take out, you know, as much as I like A Complete Unknown, you take out James Mangold and you put in Ramel Ross. I think that is an infinitely better category at that point. You have Brady Corbet, you have Sean Baker, you have Coralie Farjah. No Edward Berger either for Conclave. I think that's pretty shocking. Again, I think that really is a way you kind of, you know, dispute the whole, oh, Conclave is just going to start picking up momentum. I've heard people say this. I've heard people say that they think that Conclave is going to be something that really starts taking off. And I've just never seen it. And I think it not getting in for director is a pretty good, a safe bet that it's not winning Best Picture. I've never really seen it. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, I'm not too surprised to see this occur. Again, when it comes to supporting actor, not really a shock to me that Clarence Macklin didn't get in there. I think it's unfortunate that Clarence Macklin didn't get in there, but like I said, The Apprentice has kind of had this late surge, and I think that Jeremy Strong and Sebastian Stan have really benefited from that. And so him getting in there, it's not that surprising at this point. It would have been surprising, I think, if, you know, he wasn't picking up the nominations he did at like Golden Globes and SAG and things like that, but he did get those nominations. So, you know, I think that him getting in there, again, not too surprising for me. I'm not too shocked about any of that. Yeah, I mean, I think, let's see, is there anything else for me to really discuss in terms of like shocking nominations? Let's see, supporting actress. No, I mean, supporting actress kind of went the way I expected, except I was really hoping Daniel Deadwyler would get in. Did not happen for Piano Lesson. Instead, we have Isabel Rossellini get in, which is okay. She's not in the movie that much, but like, it's fine. You know, it's more about the impact that she has, and I think people just really want to see her get that nomination, so that's why she gets in there. No Hard Truths either. Hard Truths completely snubbed in this in this show, and I think that's something that a lot of people can be very disappointed by. I'm gonna be seeing Hard Truths later tonight, so I will let you know what I think of it then. But I was pretty surprised to see that Marianne Jean-Baptiste does not get in, and I think, again, a lot of that is due to Torres picking up that win for the Golden Globes. I think that a lot of people really did benefit from having a longer gap for voting. I think because of the fact they had more time to vote, certain things were able to get in that wouldn't have gone in before. I don't think Stan gets in. I don't think Strawn gets in. I don't think Torres gets in if they have more time, if they have less time to vote. And I think that that is what we very much saw here. Last Showgirl also ends up being nothing. I heard a lot of people say Last Showgirl is going to be this big contender and someone to watch out for, and then it doesn't even get in. I'm not at all surprised Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, and the thing is, like, Jamie Lee Curtis was starting to pick up momentum. Like, I kind of had this feeling that, like, maybe she gets in there, but you watch the movie, it's not an Oscar performance. There's nothing about that movie where it's like Jamie Lee Curtis has to get in here. She has this one scene. I just really never saw it. She gives a good performance in the movie, but it's not really one that like is begging for Oscar attention. I would even argue that her performance in Everything Ever All at Once is more deserving of that because there's just a lot more for her to work with in that movie. She's playing in different characters. There's different mannerisms. Her performance in Last Showgirl is good, but it's not anything that's like out of this world. Nominate her right now. So I think putting in Monica Barbaro, who I think does have that kind of performance that's like really begging for attention. It's the kind of performance like really puts you on a radar. It's the kind that like really gets you excited to see what she's going to do in like the future as an actress. I think that makes sense to put her in there. So her getting in instead of Curtis, not too surprising to me. Yeah, it's really great to see Demi Moore, that she's become this legitimate contender. I think that, you know, if we're looking at the nominations right now, it is neck and neck with her and Madison at this point. And I think Moore might be the front runner at the moment because Madison, you know, she's won stuff, but Moore has really been starting to pick up steam. And I think she's definitely the person to watch out for in that category. So I think that's definitely, I think it's really great to see that she ends up getting in there. I think that by far it's one of the most impressive comeback performances we've ever seen. It's really the role I think that she was kind of born to play. And I'm really hoping that it starts to pick up this, you know, momentum of sorts for Moore as an actress. Like after this film, we start to see her taken more seriously. She gets in more stuff. And I'm hoping that that's exactly what we get to see from The Substance. I think it's that kind of movie that, you know, gets the attention that you're hoping that it's the kind of performance that just really reminds you like, oh, that's what this actor's been capable of all this time. That's what she could have been doing if she was taken more seriously. And I think that, you know, after this film, I really think we start to see Demi Moore hopefully get in more, you know, serious films and not just popcorn movies as she was told when she was younger. So I think it's really great to see that happen. And like I said, I think she very well could end up winning. Yeah, very happy to see Honora get some love. Yura Borisov actually taking off, I think, is really great. I think he gives a fantastic performance in that movie and really ends up sticking with you. Like, it is one of those performances that kind of just sneaks up on you. You don't expect it to be as impactful as it is. And then he has that monologue in, like, the third act of the movie, and then you get to the ending, and it's like, yeah, he actually was, like, one of the big standouts. So I think it's really great to see. I don't know what the status of Honora is at this point. I couldn't even tell you who's winning Best Picture. I mean, this has been such a wild year in terms of winners. It's been impossible to predict really anything. So I can't tell you definitively like what is going to win. I think that the sure, you know, 5 at this point, it's like Nora, Complete Unknown, Conclave, unfortunately, Amelia Perez, and Brutalist. I think those are probably like the 5 that have the best chance of winning. It just comes down to which one ends up getting it, and I really could not tell you what it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm disappointed to see Dune 2 get a lot of, miss out on a lot of things here. I still think the fact that they couldn't even nominate it for Best Original Score when, yes, I get it that some of it is similar to Dune, but you nominate John Williams for all 3 Star Wars movies, and you also nominate The Dial of Destiny. There's no fucking reason that Dune Part 2 should not be in there. I think the arguments doesn't make any sense. If you weren't able to nominate that, why were those movies able to be nominated? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's completely unjustified. And I think his work in Dune Part 2, you know, score-wise, was even better than his work in the first one. I mean, just the like theme for Shawnee and Paul, that love theme that plays. I mean, it's such great stuff. And Hans Zimmer, I mean, always knocks it out of the park, but I think that's some of the best score he's ever done. So, yeah, just very disappointing. Yeah, unfortunately, I never expected his 3 Daughters to take off. I've said it before. I think that is definitely the movie that they should have campaigned. I guess I understand why Amelia Perez is taken off, but I also don't. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that one. Oh yeah, international feature, Girl with the Needle actually getting in, I think is really cool to see. I think that's another one that's had kind of a late surge. No Kneecap, and look, I didn't really think that Kneecap was actually in there. I know it got quite a bit for BAFTA, but I kind of expect that to be a movie that like BAFTA goes crazy for, and everyone else just kind of is like, not lukewarm necessarily, but it just doesn't have the momentum that it needs to. I think Flow has been one of those films that just really been sticking with people, really been touching a lot of people, has some very relevant topics and things like that. And I think it's just one that really does stick with you. So Flow getting in, I'm really happy to see. And I think that 5, it's a pretty locked 5 at this point. And again, the fact All We Imagine Is Light is not in there is solely because India decided to not submit that film. And I think that is really going to bite them in the ass, because there's no doubt in my mind that could have ended up getting in there. And I think, Payal Kapadia even might have picked up a Best Directing nomination at that point. But alas, they did not submit it, and look where we are. Animated feature, also, do want to talk about that. I am very happy that the 5 that we got is the 5 that we got. I was really hoping that Moana 2 does not have any kind of a surge, and that they don't nominate Moana 2 just because, we love Disney. I think this is the 5 that you want to nominate. It just makes the most sense to have this 5 here. Everyone loved Wild Robot. Everyone thinks that's going to win. Inside Out 2, fantastic Pixar sequel. Flow, everyone's really loved Flow. Memoir of a Snail getting in there, I am just really happy to see. And Wallace and Gromit also. I think that, it's great to see that get in there. So I think that is absolutely the 5 that you should have nominated for that category. Best Editing, also, I believe The Substance did not make it for that one, which is very disappointing. Brutalist, Sonora, Mila Perez, I'm fine with that. Wicked getting in there, I'm happy to see. But Amelia Perez also, I don't really think needs to be in there. That's another one that, I think, okay, we're going a little crazy with our love for Amelia Perez. Production design as well. Amelia Perez gets a total of 13 nominations at this point. Even without Gomez, they still find a way to give it ridiculous. They still find a way to give it a plethora of nominations, many of which it doesn't deserve. So, that's kind of where we're at with that. Honestly, I was expecting this to be a little bit crazier. I was expecting them to go wild. I was expecting them to, throw in some things that we didn't expect, but I'm still here getting a Best Picture nomination. That's pretty crazy. That's not something I ever would expect to happen. Nosferatu picking up some momentum, I think, is really great to see. I also love seeing, like I said, the Wild Robot get in for, best original score. I think that was something that a lot of people were hoping for and actually happened. Again, I think the crazy thing is that some things didn't happen. Jamie Lee Curtis not getting in for supporting actress. I'm happy to see, because like I said, I don't think it is a worthy nomination. I think Barbaro getting in is definitely is preferable for sure. I think that's one that I think some people expected. Moana 2 not getting in for animated feature. I'm very happy to see that one. Kiss the Sky being snubbed in Best Original Song. That's the other one where it's everyone was so certain that Kiss the Sky was going to be nominated, but that wasn't going to get original score, and then it does get original score. So I think that's kind of crazy the way that all played out. Ramel Ross not getting in, definitely big snub for me. Would have loved to see A Real Pain get in as well, and that didn't end up happening. But overall, I'm pretty okay with these nominations. Love that Amelia Perez got everything that it did, but it's fine. It's fine as long as it doesn't win Best Picture. As long as we can just have a Nora or something else win. Literally any other movie that's on that list, I'm fine with that happening as long as it doesn't result in them just sweeping. But we will really just have to see what ends up happening. But yeah, again, very excited to see how this all does play out. This has been the most insane award season of my entire life. Just so many nominations everywhere that nobody would have expected. SAG alone completely just changed the trajectory of what everybody was expecting. I think because SAG went as rogue as they did, I think people were expecting this to be a little bit crazier than it was. It ends up being a little bit more straightforward, except for a few nominees here and there. But nothing too out of the ordinary. Craig, like I said, getting snubbed for actor. Yes, I think for some it might be shocking, but for me, I had a feeling Sebastian Stan was going to get in there, so not too shocked about that one. But yeah, other than that, I think that's really it in terms of my reactions to the nominations here. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything I didn't bring up, I will definitely be willing to give my thoughts in the comments, because I love talking Oscar predictions. This is always my one of my favorite times of the year. Now that we have the nominations, especially, I'm very excited to talk more about like who you guys think are going to win, what chances they have, all that kind of stuff. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of that. If you do like this video, I have a plethora of other movie and TV reviews on my channel. So definitely definitely check out my channel if you're interested in any of that. And also consider subscribing. I'd love to have you be a part of all of that. But that's really for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of any of these nominations. It's going to be a very interesting award season, I think. I really don't know what is going to happen at this point. It's been pretty wild, and I don't expect this to be any different. But that's really this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.